It's the first time school freezes over and you have to bundle up for a Kroger run. It's your first job as campus tour guides and the first perfect sunset you managed to capture at Sunday Pasta Night one weekend. It's probably the first time you realized that it's those thousands of little firsts that turn strangers into friends as fast as kindergartners. And then you blink. And suddenly, it's the first time packing away your entire life from your college dorm to go back home. It's the first time your friends are going to live across the country and not just right across the quad. And it's all going to end with your first really hard goodbye. But that just means, as you drive away for the very first time, you have a second hello to look forward to in the fall.
During our 150th year celebration, we asked members of the campus community, what are the values that are really the hallmark of TCU? What are the things that celebrate our campus culture? So today I'm going to walk around campus and see if we can hear some of those from our students, faculty, and staff. We're talking about the values that make up TCU, and one of those values is integrity. How do you think integrity is shown on campus, or do you?
I feel like you can see integrity when, honestly, everywhere on campus, all the genuine people here, it really can show and make up the just great energy and integrity on campus.
I think that what we do matters, and we want our students to live a life of integrity, and in order to do that, we have to model it for them.
Everyone who comes here always has positive things to say about it, and that just comes with the integrity.
If I buy your Chick-fil-A, will you help me with a video?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. You do a lot of things on campus. Tell us what you think engagement means.
Engagement means not necessarily doing things that you think will, I guess, have that like wow factor, but doing stuff that you generally have an interest in and things that you can see yourself becoming invested into like in the future.
I have a bunch of friends who love to stay engaged, and I think that helps me stay engaged as well.
I run into my faculty all around, and I'm able to easily engage with them all the time, and I think you don't get that at some other colleges, which I really like about TCU.
What do you think are some of the values that represent Texas Christian University?
I've just found that everyone here is just genuine. Everybody's just really nice.
You know what I think you two are describing? Community.
Yes.
Absolutely. Community is huge.
I would say community. I think TCU is very big on community. There's a lot of different clubs and extracurriculars to get people involved, so I appreciate that.
What are some of the values you think are important at TCU?
I think the most important value at TCU is community. We have such a strong sense of community here, and everybody supports everybody.
I feel welcome whenever I'm here.
Talk about excellence. How do you think that's exemplified at Texas Christian University?
Yeah, I think excellence is definitely an example of this is in the academic side, in the terms of people are really willing to take challenging classes that move them as a person and move them as a student and make them a better student. So putting everything into the classroom and taking as much out of it as you can is my example of excellence at TCU.
Well, I think the pursuit of excellence is something that a lot of the TCU students embody. I think a lot of students here are trying to be their best selves, and through that also pushing each other to be better.
So constantly doing your best in the classroom, doing your best making friends in your relationships, and doing your best spiritually.
Excellence comes from hard work, comes from discipline, it comes from doing the right thing every day, and surrounding yourself with individuals that want the same thing and want to chase the dreams that you love and you're interested in.
You heard it here from our students as we walked around campus about the values that represent Texas Christian University. I hope you enjoyed it, because I really did. And one thing I noted is the one value everyone can quote is community. And I think that says a lot about TCU. I hope you do too. Go Frogs.
Can you feel it? There's a rushing wind at our back, and we're rushing in. Don't even know where we'll land. Can you hear it? There's a steady sound getting louder as our feet touch down. Follow the night until it's ringing out loud. sun. Yeah, we're just having fun. We can move with the breeze, do whatever we please. Everything's as it should be. Life is good. When it's going your way, gotta roll with it. Like we're at a buffet full of good feelings, and it's all looking lovely. Somebody pass me the bubbly. Feet in the clouds and we're just kicking. Glass in our hands and we're just sipping. And it's about that time, thinking we arrived. So let's let go of necessary. Forget about the ordinary. Yeah, we don't need all that. We could just lay back, let the moment last. Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun. We can move with the breeze, do whatever we please. Everything is as it should be. Life is good. So good. Yeah, life is good. What you wanna do with the sky so blue and the birds sing out, the marigolds bloom, yeah. The kind of feeling that you won't get back. So find a way to make the moment last. Let's have a taste of everything. It's all right here, just beckon in. Put it on your plate, it's amazing. We can have it all, yeah. Yeah, we can have it all. Life is good. So good. Yeah, life is good.
There's a university where you can experience everything, from the stockyards to the stock exchange, from the Lone Star State to the global stage, where some of the happiest students in the nation embrace tradition, engage with excellence, and elevate the future. Only here. Share a class with 25, a stadium with 50,000, and a mascot with none. Where discovery meets community, integrity meets innovation, and Horned Frogs lead on for life. Only here, TCU.
I'm Daniel Pullen, and I have the opportunity to serve as TCU's president. One of the first things I did when exploring the opportunity to join TCU was to take the official prospective student campus tour. I wanted to not only learn more about the campus by seeing our amazing buildings and grounds, but I really wanted to listen to the impressions of the university through the student voice. And both through the student tour guides as well as some of the other prospective students, I could see that there was a tremendous amount of aspiration and ambition in our students. It was really a great opportunity for me to join TCU, initially as the John V. Roach Dean of our Neely School of Business. Certainly the strength of their scholarship and their research productivity, the type of research that can shape the global practice of business. But I also came to appreciate their commitment to the classroom and really living out TCU's teacher-scholar model. And because TCU is, we've done a really good job of managing our class sizes, our faculty have the opportunity to really operate at the individual student level. Well, sometimes people ask me if I knew early on that I wanted to be the president of Texas Christian University. And, you know, in some ways, no, but in other ways, yes. For example, every career decision I've made, probably since about the age of 30, has been based upon how can I invest the time that I have and the energy that I've been blessed with to make the biggest impact on the most broadest set of people in the most significant way. When I think about, what being a leader is, at first you really just have to focus on being a type of leader that's very consistent and authentic with who you are. For me, it was to quite literally roll up my sleeves, get out of my office, get onto the campus, and have as many opportunities to meet and greet other Horned Frogs where they are. Learning about our various colleges and their goals and dreams, understanding the magic behind our student affairs programs and how we have created, in my opinion, the finest undergraduate student experience at any university in the country. Understanding how the landscaping department works and why we all get to share in the beauty of our built environment. Volunteering in our laboratory schools and understanding the brightness that we bring to so many children in Star Point and Kinder Frogs, and on and on and on. It's just been a great way to start, a great way to learn and be a student all over again, and then a great way to understand how might I be additive to propel the breadth of the organization. I have so many wonderful memories of TCU over the last 5 years. First of all, it's hard not to just be overwhelmingly thrilled by that run to the national championship game with the football team last year, and winning the Fiesta Bowl and really putting the rest of the world on notice that this is a university and an athletic program of substance that takes a backseat to no one. On the academic side, I love the way we kicked off our sesquicentennial by ringing the closing bell of the New York Stock Exchange. I'll always remember, the groundbreaking of our Burnett School of Medicine's facility in the medical district and the topping off moment. I think about the care and the support that everyone on this campus and many beyond this campus poured into allowing TCU to make it through the pandemic. We made every decision based upon what is best for our students from a safety perspective and from an ultimate success perspective. That's an uncommon culture to be able to navigate that as successfully as we did, even in a time of uncertainty and adversity. I think it says a lot about who we are and as we look ahead, who we're going to be. If you think about the founding of our university, we were one of the very first universities to proclaim and keep as a core value the opportunity to educate both women and men at the same time. That was not a common model. It was a very early instance of innovation. And then fast forward all the way to today, how we're innovating in our laboratories, how we're innovating in our performance halls, how our students are being encouraged to operate with an entrepreneurial mindset because the world changes dramatically, just as TCU has. So that common thread of innovation has been such an important component to our ability to grow in both size and stature, to broaden the impact we make in the world. And then I think it really positions us very, very well for the next 150 years of our history. I think it's hard to overstate the importance of this moment. What other time do you get to both honor and learn from your past, celebrate your present accomplishments in the moment that you've built, as well as dream about the future and where we might go from here?
And I am fortunate enough and honored to be the 10th Chancellor of Texas Christian University. And I've been here for a little over 20 years now, and I could be honest and say I really enjoyed just about every minute of it. I think the secret sauce of TCU is the camaraderie and the connection that everybody here seems to have because it's genuine. Alums, housekeeping staff, the professors, the current students, athletics. There's like a thread woven between all of us. The most important part of TCU is that we educate students. We had a goal 20 years ago of improving the intellectual atmosphere at TCU and the academic reputation of TCU. And I'm really proud to say I think we've done that. But I think one of the signature moments of increasing our academic profile has been the addition of the Burnett School of Medicine. I think 150 years from now, people are going to say that was the defining moment of this era of TCU. The strength of our faculty and the strength of our staff, that's the strength of TCU. And if you look back, even in 1873, Addison and Randolph Clark, they were very purposeful on who they hired to interact with the students. And that's the same thing we do today. And so if you look both in our classrooms, in our laboratories, in our theater, on our stages, on our football fields, you see people that want the students they're working with to have a peak experience. And that's what makes TCU so great, in my opinion. We've had many big recognizable moments at TCU. We're in run right now. It's called the 150th year, the sesquicentennial. We had the Rose Bowl. We had when TCU broke into top 100. We had when game day came to TCU. Those are big mass events that a lot of people got a lot out of. And I think those are important. But I think the most important thing is that day-to-day, one-on-one that takes place where a professor sees in that student's mind that they get it. You know, you can't buy that. And that happens every day across our campus in many different ways that many of us won't even see. But if you're those two people involved, that changes you. I think the next 150 years, it's unlimited. I wish I was going to be alive to see it because I think it's going to be so exciting. But I think the people here now, they've done a lot to make this base. Like, we stand on the shoulders of giants. So many people before us have made this place better. And it's going to be fun to see how it unfolds in the future.
Everybody is just crazy about horned toads.
They're just so squatty and fierce. I think it's this combination of they're really tough, but they're actually not.
Kind of so ugly that everybody loves them, you know?
It's amazing how they talk about them, this cowboy, tough guy. You know, they're cursing, and at the end they leave, and they're like, please keep working with those little guys, we need them. And it's like everyone, it's like that.
They don't bite, they don't squirm, they don't run away very quickly, so it's easy to catch them and actually hold them.
All their anti-predator behaviors are fascinating. The blood squirting, you know, they'll puff themselves up.
Nope, never had them squirt blood on me, but I have seen it happen.
You know, one of the questions we get asked by landowners, you know, all the time is, what happened to horned lizards? Can they ever come back? Can we ever bring them back? So it's obviously a kind of a complicated answer because it's not just one thing. It's probably the primary reason. I think we all feel confident it's just habitat loss. You throw in things like fire ants, and you think loss of harvester ants. People poison those for years, and that's, you know, horned lizard's primary food source. They're kind of diet specialists. So all those things interwoven, you know, have led to their decline.
You know, it's a handy umbrella species, and they inhabit mostly grassland areas where we have a lot of species of concern.
If the horned lizard goes away, that means there's something wrong with the environment that we need to take a look at. So they're very valuable in that respect.
When you're working with a system like this, it's important to keep all the parts. We may not know what all of them do, but we know they were all in there when it was working the way it was supposed to.
Originally, I was approached by a person from Texas Parks and Wildlife and asked if I might be interested in working on the genetics of horned lizards in the state of Texas, because TPW was at that time strongly considering reintroducing horned lizards into areas where they had disappeared. It was not known beforehand how the species was structured in Texas. And in order to do reintroductions, in order to have captive breeding programs, one of the first pieces of information that you need to have is a good understanding of how a species is structured in its natural environment.
horned lizards have disappeared in many parts of Texas. We work on a small town that still have very high numbers. So we want to see how this trend is going over time. So identifying unique individuals, we can monitor their numbers.
Zoos are using that information, and they're going to concentrate on different areas. So the Fort Worth Zoo is going to breed lizards from the northern area, and the San Antonio Zoo is going to breed lizards from the southern area.
There is no manual to tell us exactly how to do this because nobody's done it before, really, and been successful at it.
And then those lizards, with the help of Texas Parks and Wildlife, are going to be reintroduced into areas where they match. I think a major way that universities like TCU can help with conservation efforts is that we can provide kind of very detailed expertise in certain areas that may not be present in other organizations that are working to conserve animals.
It's hard to have an appreciation for those sorts of things if you haven't sort of interacted with it firsthand in some way. So I think there'd be opportunities for us here at TCU to appreciate the natural history of our mascot, I think is one step in sort of educating them about sort of the natural world around them and why we should value these resources and protect them.
Humans getting to interact with wildlife, like for me, that was a huge game changer. Like getting to hold a horned lizard in my hands. I grew up in the city where there's not a lot of animals, where I didn't have a really strong connection with nature, and that completely changed my outlook on the role of humanity in this planet.
I think that we owe it to ourselves and our students to really try to help them understand how global biodiversity loss and bringing animals into close proximity with humans is contributing to pandemics like COVID-19 and this jumping of these viruses from wild populations into human populations. I think research of my colleagues and my peers and the students here at TCU, it contributes to the greater good at a level just by generating new knowledge. And this idea of we don't have all the answers yet. And so if you pose an interesting question and then you figure out a way to try to answer it, you then have an answer. But often what we get from that answer is more question.
To have a place where my kids can go see something wild with all the growth of human expansion population, which is inevitable and nothing wrong with that, but you still have some wild places where they can go, see a horned toad, see a deer is something that's important to me. I want to pass that on to them.
As long as we can get a connection between people and wild places and wildlife, I think we'll be okay.
At TCU, our freshmen are actually called first years, and not just because it's your stereotypical first year of college, but because it's actually made up of 1,000 little firsts, small moments that make it so special. It's your first on-campus concert in the quad. It's the first college football game you attend sitting right in the student section. It's the first time you rush the field after a huge win. And it's the first rivalry win you celebrate in Frog Alley against Baylor. It's the first time you'll suffer from a severe coffee addiction. It's celebrating your 19th birthday without your family, away from home for the very first time. Lots and lots of 19th birthday celebrations. It's the first new restaurant you go to in Fort Worth. The first time you and your friends try ramen at a restaurant tucked away in a corner on West 7th. It's the first burger you eat at Dutch's. The first of what turned out to be 1,000 Einstein bagels. And it's the first time eating meals in your college dining hall. It's the first time staying up all night just to listen to Red Taylor's version when it drops. And the first time you listen to the first words of All Too Well 10-minute version. It's the first Christmas season you celebrate away from home, your first Christmas fireworks show at TCU, and the first presents you exchange in Christmas pajamas with your friends. It's your first study and sing-along session when finals come around for fall semester. It's the first time you go karaokeing with your friends on a Thursday night, and the first Just Dance competition in your dorm room. It's the first college class you go to, and the first class you happily drop. It's the first time you become besties with a professor who probably knows a little bit too much about your life. and the first outdoor excursion you go on with the rec center, where you were 90% sure you were going to be paddleboarding, and it turned out to, in fact, be a canoe trip. It's the first famous actor you get the chance to meet on campus. It's the first time school freezes over and you have to bundle up for a Kroger run. It's your first job as campus tour guides, and the first perfect sunset you managed to capture at Sunday pasta night one weekend. It's probably the first time you realized that it's those thousands of little firsts that turn strangers into friends as fast as kindergartners. And then you blink, and suddenly it's the first time packing away your entire life from your college dorm to go back home. It's the first time your friends are going to live across the country and not just right across the quad. And it's all going to end with your first really hard goodbye. But that just means, as you drive away for the very first time, you have a second hello to look forward to in the fall.
During our 150th year celebration, we asked members of the campus community, what are the values that are really the hallmark of TCU? What are the things that celebrate our campus culture? So today I'm going to walk around campus and see if we can hear some of those from our students, faculty, and staff. We're talking about the values that make up TCU, and one of those values is integrity. How do you think integrity is shown on campus, or do you?
I feel like you can see integrity when, honestly, everywhere on campus, all the genuine people here, they really can show and make up the just great energy and integrity on campus.
I think that what we do matters, and we want our students to live a life of integrity, and in order to do that, we have to model it for them.
Everyone who comes here always has positive things to say about it, and that just comes with the integrity.
If I buy your Chick-fil-A, will you help me with a video?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. You do a lot of things on campus. Tell us what you think engagement means.
Engagement means not necessarily doing things that you think will, I guess, have that wow factor, but doing stuff that you generally have an interest in and things that you can see yourself becoming invested into in the future.
I have a bunch of friends who love to stay engaged, and I think that helps me stay engaged as well.
I run into my faculty all around, and I'm able to easily engage with them all the time, and I think you don't get that at some other colleges, which I really like about TCU.
What do you think are some of the values that represent Texas Christian University?
I've just found that everyone here is just genuine. Everybody's just really nice.
Do you know what I think you two are describing? Community.
Yes.
Absolutely. Community is huge.
I would say community. I think TCU is very big on community. There's a lot of different clubs and extracurriculars to get people involved, so I appreciate that.
What are some of the values you think are important at TCU?
I think the most important value at TCU is community. We have such a strong sense of community here, and everybody supports everybody.
I feel welcome whenever I'm here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Schollmaier Arena and the spring commencement ceremonies here at TCU. This afternoon, we celebrate the enormous accomplishments of our students as they walk across the stage with their degrees. Now, we ask you please stand if you are able. Gentlemen, please put your hats and please join us now for the singing of our national anthem, played today by Emeritus Professor of Music, Dr. H. Joseph Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. We'll start our ceremony in just a few moments.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful day to see all of you on this beautiful day, and especially this weekend, Mother's Day weekend. Can all the mothers please stand up? Thank you. There's a song out there, please stand up, I think. Anyhow, my name is Eddie Clark, and I have the privilege of serving as Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees for Texas Christian University. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you this spring commencement ceremony. As a TCU graduate myself, a Horned Frog parent, I know personally what a great day of celebration this is on our graduation walk across this stage to receive your degrees from this distinguished university. Another small story about myself at this school is I married my wife 40-some years ago from this school. And she has 2 degrees, hers and mine. I never got out of here if I didn't have her, so continue on. All of us here today, faculty, staff, and of course family and friends, we share this sense of accomplishment that has brought you to this special celebration. Texas Christian University ranks among the top universities in the nation. Its stellar reputation has been built over the last 152 years by students such as yourselves and alumni of 101,000 strong. Now, upon leaving this university, you will embark upon a path of contributions to your communities on a local, national, maybe even a global basis throughout your vocations, building families, and serving those in need. Along the way, not only you will benefit from your association with TCU, you will have the opportunity to impact and enhance TCU's reputation for years to come. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Texas Christian University, we congratulate each and every one of you. As you leave this campus, I hope your path, no matter the twists and turns, will indeed be bright at the end of the day. And remember, no path is fulfilled without service to others. Just like the water from the frog fountain flows down from flute to the next flute, I encourage you to lead on by sharing your knowledge, talents, and generously with all those around you. I remember when I walked across this stage. At that time, I could have never imagined that I would have the opportunity to serve on the Board of Trustees with friends and community leaders here today. That some of my dearest friends with me on my TCU graduation day would in fact remain my dearest lifelong friends. So take a look around you. Soak this special moment in. Graduates, introduce yourself to someone sitting beside you that's a stranger. You never know when you're going to cross paths. Now I call this commencement ceremony to order. We turn to a brief time of thanksgiving. We begin with the reading of the Native American Land Acknowledgement, followed by Texas Christian University's tradition of the baccalaureate service to unite our hearts and minds to the meaning of this important day. I'm now pleased to present Reverend Todd Bowling, University Chaplain, and Dr. James Rodriguez, Chair of the Faculty Staff, and our professional voice pedagogy to lead us in these services. Thank you very much, and go Frogs.
As we enter into this space and time today, let us pause, if only for a moment, to remember those who were here first through the reading of the Native American Land Acknowledgement. As a university, we acknowledge the many benefits we have of being in this place. It is a space we share with all living beings, human and non-human. It is an ancient space where others have lived before us. The monument, created jointly by TCU and the Wichita and affiliated tribes, reminds us of our benefits, responsibilities, and relationships. We pause to reflect on its words. This ancient land for all our relations, We respectfully acknowledge all Native American peoples who have lived on this land since time immemorial. TCU especially acknowledges and pays respect to the Wichita and affiliated tribes upon whose historical homeland our university is located. Thank you. I invite you to join me now in the call to worship printed for you in your program on page 47. We praise you, O God, and know you as our Creator. By your gifts to us, we seek to make perfect our will to accord with your will for us. Your gifts to us require that we do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. Thereby we worship and serve you and discover ourselves to be made in your image. Be joyful and worship God. Honor God's presence with a song. I invite you to now please stand as you're able as we sing together the hymn, Praise Be to God the Almighty. Please be seated. Will you join me now as we pray together? Gracious and loving God, we pause in this moment to lift our gifts of thanks and praise to you. Each year we experience the blessing of watching students learn and grow as they prepare for this important moment of transition. For the wisdom they have gained, the great experiences they have had, and the relationships that have been formed during their time here, we offer you our thanks. We are grateful, God, for the ongoing support and encouragement of their friends, professors, mentors, and family members, both those who are here today and those who are with us in spirit. And as we celebrate the gift of family, we continue to pray for the friends and family of Wes Smith, who should also be walking across this stage today, but who was tragically taken from us far too soon. May we never forget the love and light he brought to this world and challenge ourselves to honor his memory by living lives filled with your grace, love, and mercy. And so we pray, God, for your presence to be with these graduates now in this important moment of transition as they prepare to leave here and begin their next chapter. May their great work as professionals create ripples that not only touch the lives of others now, but make this world a better place for generations to come. And through it all, may they be humble and remember that all of these great accomplishments are made possible through you. Be with us now, God. It's in your name that we pray and ask these things. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Bowling and Dr. Rodriguez. I'd also like to thank Vice Chair Clark for serving on our Board of Trustees and also for leading our ceremony today. Thank you for your time. I'd also like to say to everybody, good afternoon to the graduates and welcome to the family and friends. We're glad all of you are here. I'd also like to welcome the millions of people who I'm sure are watching this online because we're streaming it. Millions of people all over the world are watching this commencement. Commencement indeed is a special occasion in the life of Texas Christian University as we celebrate the academic accomplishments of 2,905 men and women who are eligible to receive their undergraduate and graduate degrees today. In the class of 2025, we are awarding baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degrees to individuals who come from all 50 states this year and 46 different countries. I also want to recognize today Dr. H. Joseph Butler, our professor of music and university organist, for providing the music for this ceremony. Thank you. And now I'm delighted to present members of the platform party. In addition to Vice Chair Clark, Reverend Bowling, and Dr. Rodriguez, I ask that you hold your applause until the end, and I ask each of you to stand and as you are called. From the TCU Board of Trustees, we have Ms. Charlotte French, Mr. Richard L. Stewart II, TCU's next Chancellor, Daniel W. Pullen, Dr. Floyd Wormley, our Provost and Academic Vice President, Dr. Kathy Cavens-Tull, our Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dr. Craig Crossland, the John V. Roach Dean of the Neely School of Business, Dr. Ronald Pitcock, the Wasenick Family Dean of the John V. Roach Honors College, Dr. Rebecca Sharpless, our Faculty Senate Chair-elect and Professor of History in the Adrand College of Liberal Arts, Mr. Joseph Brown, President of the TCU National Alumni Association and also a member of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Molly Weinberg, Chief Marshal for the ceremony and Director of the Andrews Institute and also the Andrews Chair of Mathematics and Science, Dr. Nicole Fisher, our University Registrar. Please join me in recognizing these individuals. We also give special recognition today to the faculty and staff who made it possible for y'all to receive your degrees and come to this finish line. Will all members of the faculty and staff in the auditorium please stand and be recognized? Among today's graduates are those who have distinguished themselves by earning academic honors, and the honors graduates are noted in your programs. Will the baccalaureate graduates today earning the cum laude designation please stand and be recognized? Will the baccalaureate graduates who have earned the magna cum laude designation please stand? And will the graduates who have earned the university's highest academic distinction, summa cum laude, please stand? During the 4 ceremonies we're having this weekend, we have 59 students who are receiving double degrees. We have 52 students who are graduating with a perfect 4.0 grade average. Will those of you at this ceremony with a perfect 4.0 please stand so we may congratulate you. And this next part, I'm really addressing to our young people in the audience because I think something happens every year that you all don't really fully realize. In this class, we have over 40 students who are being commissioned in either the Army or the Air Force. These young men and women will become soldiers, and I want you to understand that less than 0.5% of all Americans ever serve. And so these young men and women, they're giving up a lot of their freedoms so you and we can enjoy our freedoms. So let's give them a hand of... Today, you are officially becoming a part of TCU's history. You're part of the family album of TCU. What does that mean? It means you made an excellent decision, we think, when you chose TCU. To all of you, I also want to say, when you entered, you were the smartest class in the history of TCU. That is no longer true, but I want to say, I point that out to say that you had a lot of options. And I want to say to all of you, we appreciate that you chose us. And we hope you understand that we chose you too. Horned frogs are horned frogs for life. Wherever your journey takes you, you'll always find other frogs there to support you. TCU now has the honor of having you as a member of this community forever. When you chose Texas Christian University, you were making an 80-year decision, whether you realize that or not. Today, I want to acknowledge the unique and challenging experiences that the class of 2025 has had. When you came here, this is what you had on your head. When you leave here, this is what you have on your head. And I'm sorry that you got ripped out of a lot of good experiences, but I also think something good came out of the pandemic, and it's this, is that you realize that you can persist, and not only persist, you can flourish. Look where you are now. Whenever you have problems for the rest of your life, think back and think, oh my gosh, if I could make it through that, I can make it through this. Given all you've experienced also, there's a few words and phrases that I pray you never hear again in your life. And here's some that I hate the most. Social distancing. This was one of my favorites. The mask needs to cover your face and your mouth too. Oh, I hate this one. This is the new normal. And this is another one. I'm breaking up with you, but it really is all about me. It has nothing to do with you. That actually had nothing to do with COVID. It's just something I heard a lot in college. But I want to say there is a good lesson in that for all of you, because I want to say this to you for the rest of your life. And remember, this 100-year-old man told you this at commencement. There's 3 things I want you to remember. Number 1, whenever they say it's really me, it's nothing to do with you, it's all about you. All about you. The other 2 things in your lifetime, I think you're going to see amazing things. And I think, remember this, because these 2 things are going to happen. 1, I'm a big baseball fan, and a lot of the baseball players are graduating. And in baseball, they have that netting that covers, the stadium so the balls can't pop up and hit you. You won't have that anymore, because in your lifetime, they'll invent a sensor in that baseball, and there'll be a force field around the stands. I'm not joking, and it'll repel that ball. The other thing is, I guarantee you that someday you'll be able to transport yourselves like they do in Star Trek. Because right now we have fax machines. If they can fax all those molecules, they can do a human body someday. So enjoy that. Good luck. You'll always have a place in our hearts. You'll always be a part of TCU. You were a part of our 150th celebration also, and that's really neat for all of you. How many of you have learned to say the word sesquicentennial? In honor of your graduating during our 150th year, a $1.50 donation has been made in all your names to Texas Christian University for each of you. And all that money is going to a scholarship, so some kid in the future will be able to afford a Texas Christian University education. You were here during incredible times at the university. You experienced the run-up to the incredible national championship for football. Every single bit of that was amazing till the moment they ended the national anthem. You helped us cheer on the women's basketball team to the Elite Eight. That was pretty cool. And just recently, Chancellor Pullen and I had a really neat experience. We went last weekend with our beach volleyball team and watched them win the national championship. So I hope that you think you made a good decision to come to TCU too. I also say to all of you, if you have ideas on what could have made this better, make sure you email one of us. I'm serious, and let us know what we could do better for the next person. You're all here for a reason, and you're here because God brought you here at this moment. This is where you were supposed to be, and this is where you're supposed to launch from. As I was preparing for this special day, I thought about all of you, and one of my favorite Bible verses is Luke chapter 1, verse 28. And in that, Luke says, "Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you." And you know what? You are the highly favored ones. You realize you're the special people. You get to graduate from college. I don't care if you're the poorest kid in here, and I was one of the poorest kids in my class. You still have more than anybody else outside of this arena today. And don't ever forget that. Know that you have made a difference in someone's life, and your job for the rest of your life is to keep making differences in people's life. Hold close the words of our alma mater, "Hail, all hail, memories sweet and true, comrades." You're now part of the traditions. You remember the Robert Carr chapels. You went to the Christmas tree lighting. You attended football games, basketball games, baseball, everything. You went to plays. You cheered on your fellow students. Don't ever forget that attitude and be a positive force wherever you are for the rest of your lives. Congratulations, God bless you, and let's go. I'd now like to get the ceremony started. I'd like to recognize our amazing provost, Dr. Floyd Wormley.
Before we begin the presentation of degrees, I ask that everyone to please silence your cell phones. To our family and friends, applause is more than welcome. However, we ask that you please be respectful to the next person in line so that everyone can hear the names of their special graduates. For our graduates, please, pretty please with sugar on top, return to your seat after receiving your diploma so that everyone can celebrate this grand occasion together. I'm sure you already got your Mother's Day's gift, so you don't have to rush out, okay? So we now proceed with the presentation of baccalaureate degrees. Will candidates from the Neely School of Business for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? This is when you rise and remain standing. If you are a student and you are still sitting, you're probably at the wrong ceremony. Okay? So Chancellor Machini, the faculty and deans of the colleges and schools of Texas Christian University have certified these candidates as having fulfilled the requirements for their courses of study. I am proud to recommend these candidates to you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Texas Christian University, I now hereby confer upon each of you the degree which you have earned. Soon you will step forward and actually receive it. Congratulations. You may now all be seated, and row by row, the marshals will direct you to come up. The names of the graduates will be announced by Mr. Rob Lowe, Mr. Jeff Smith, and Mr. Christopher McDonald, and you'll recognize their voices because they are the voice of Horned Frog Athletics.
Classes from the Neely School of Business. For the degree, Bachelor of Business Administration, Cooper James Achando. Brooke Adams, magna cum laude. Dylan Stanley Adams. Catherine Elizabeth Adams, magna cum laude. Trent Christian Adams, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Grace Afseth. Allison Daney Aguilar, cum laude. Grant Charles Agiloni, magna cum laude. Ana Sofia Vega Alegria, cum laude. Severino Rosmo Alejos. Blake Ramsey Allen. Cassidy Kathleen Allen, magna cum laude. Kathleen Allen, magna cum laude. Samantha Altunian, magna cum laude. Ramon Alvidrez. Ella Colette Anderson, summa cum laude. Luke William Anderson. Sawyer Elliott Anderson. Carson Richard Ankaitis, cum laude. Chloe Annette Appel. Jake Dallas Appleton. Andrea Reed Arguello, magna cum laude, University Honors. Drake Arthur, cum laude. Grace Augustine. Mamai Snenel Avasarshia, summa cum laude. Jacob Babigan. Evan Lewis Bailey, cum laude. Tom Baker. Brooke Dale Baldner, summa cum laude. Charles Joseph Ballet, cum laude. Joshua Lawrence Banowitz, summa cum laude, University Honors. Mia Caroline Banks, cum laude. Rachel Lynn Barker, cum laude. Ellie Noel Barnett, double degree, Bachelor of Science, Design Studies, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Business Information Systems. Luke Henry Barnett, magna cum laude. Maxwell McCulloch Barr. Ashton Justice Bartolucci. Frank Joseph Basili, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. James Orrin Bass IV, cum laude. Emma Grace Bass. Michael Quentin Bata, Jr. Madeline Bauman. Lauren Danielle Becker. Jackson True Beggs. Emily Kate Bell. Marcelo Vargas Bendanya. Brad Kenneth Bindley, summa cum laude. Jack Bender. John Robert Bennon, magna cum laude. Christian Moreau Berger, cum laude. Brooke Arlette Besh, magna cum laude. Thomas James Bethel. Solana Beyer, cum laude. Alejandro Joseph Bianchini. Catherine Grace Bindi. Hayden Ronald Bizik, magna cum laude. Benjamin Brownell Bogart, magna cum laude, University Honors. Landon Edward Bondeman, cum laude. Joseph Michael Bonfilio, magna cum laude. Jake Anderson Boozer, summa cum laude. John Anthony Borgerding, cum laude. Marissa Claire Botaro, magna cum laude. Brent Anthony Busquet. Carson Bree Bowden, cum laude, University Honors. Madeline Grace Bowers, cum laude. Take a bow. Fred Wheeler Bowron. Jack Weber Boynton, cum laude. Chase Brandt, cum laude. Colby Dale Brandt, magna cum laude. Ella Brenneman. John Henry Brewer. Savannah Lorraine Brick, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Mariah Brooks. Lauren Brophy, cum laude. Liam Corral Broughton, magna cum laude. Luke Randall Broussard. Amelia Adelaide Brown, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Business Information Systems. Brendan Joseph Brown. Cameron T. Brown. Doyle Derek Brown, summa cum laude. Dylan Michael Brown, magna cum laude. Karen Maria Sibley Brown, cum laude. Stephanie Elizabeth Brownell, magna cum laude, University Honors. William Michael Dixon Browning, magna cum laude. Jordan Andre Bruck, cum laude. Nellie Blair Brumley. David Harrison Bryan, cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Emma Beth Brideson, cum laude. T. Min Nu Bui, summa cum laude. Aiden James Bowie, magna cum laude. Jacob Garrett Burdett, magna cum laude. Colin Jeffrey Burke, cum laude. Stone Cleveland Burke, magna cum laude. Tanner David Burke. Malcolm Holton Burns. Jackson Landrum Butler, cum laude. Blake Daniel Byers, magna cum laude. Valentina Cabrales. Joshua Lockley Caldwell, summa cum laude, University Honors. Caroline Grace Callahan, magna cum laude. Margaret Elizabeth Callahan, cum laude. Diego Mariano Guerrero Camacho. Nicole F. Camarillo, cum laude. Nicole Cambron. Alexander Sidoti Camillo, magna cum laude. Abigail Jane Campa, magna cum laude, University Honors. Carson Campbell, cum laude. Isabella Francesca Cancilla, cum laude. Peyton Blue Carbonara. Nicholas I. Carter, summa cum laude. Guy Marie Emmanuel Lazare Carno. Tyler Green Carter. Aiden Philip Casey. Lucas Bennett Cashwell, cum laude. Ryan Scott Casera, summa cum laude. Stephen Maxwell Cates, cum laude. Nicholas Adam Cavalier, cum laude. Maverick Karsten Kavanaugh, magna cum laude. Julia Brazone Zanotti Cavazzoni, cum laude. Giovanna Brazone Zanotti Cavazzoni, magna cum laude. Zoe Elizabeth Chakalis, magna cum laude. William Alden Chamberlain, magna cum laude. Jack Chambers, magna cum laude. Ryan Anthony Chapsky. Michael Stratton Chard, cum laude. Benjamin William Chase. Ryan Colin Kamara, magna cum laude. Carter Sidney Ching, magna cum laude. Min Sung Chu, cum laude. Joseph Alexander Shoto, magna cum laude. Nicholas Stephen Cristiano, magna cum laude. Cameron Reese Clark, magna cum laude. Mary Brantley Coker, summa cum laude. Hallie Nicole Collette, magna cum laude. Eva Catherine Compton. Nicholas Javier Contini. Christopher Thomas Cook, Jr. Alex Neil Cooney, cum laude. William James Coppage. David Daniel Cortez, summa cum laude. Jared James McDonald Cortez, magna cum laude. Paige Caroline Cotter. Lauren Ann Cox, cum laude. Clay Wilkerson Crawford, cum laude. Axel Jesus Ledesma Cuevas, cum laude. Corbin John Cunningham, magna cum laude. Virginia Grace St. Clair Curry, summa cum laude, University Honors. Mia Christina Catone. Jolie Nelson Daigle, cum laude. Luca Alexi D'Ambrosi, magna cum laude. Ella Louise Damon, cum laude. Ella Lois D'Artez, summa cum laude. John Edward David. Austin Lee Davis, magna cum laude. Henry Hunter Deakins, magna cum laude. Samuel Decker. Joshua Dedman, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Lauren DeGrand, magna cum laude. Juan Fernando Castillo Delgado. Christopher Timothy D'Elia. Colin Joseph D'Elia, cum laude. Alexa Marie DeMoss, magna cum laude. Jackson Corey Denclaw, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Desatels, magna cum laude. Cole Christopher Despy, cum laude. Lauren Christine Dupre, magna cum laude. John Caden Dewey. Bailey Hunter Diamond, cum laude. Fiona Marie DeSerbo, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lee Diefenbach, summa cum laude. Francesca Moore DiGiovanni. Blake Demos. Ha Van Do, summa cum laude. Robert Excel Dodson III. Paula Doherty, magna cum laude. Catherine Karen Dolan, magna cum laude. Arthur Henry Dolt IV, cum laude, University Honors. Luana Rocco Dominguez, cum laude. Hunter Christian Donahue, cum laude. Ryan Kieran Donahue, cum laude. Emily Nicole Dondero, summa cum laude. Maxwell Owen Dopp, cum laude. Aiden Matthew Dosher, magna cum laude. Mac Dugan, magna cum laude. Connor Downs, cum laude. Thomas Underwood Dudley III. Sanaya Dungrial, cum laude. Noah Patrick Dunphy, summa cum laude, University Honors. Caitlin Eileen Dupre. Nathan Andrew Duran. Drew Boston Durrett. Paxton Scott Dye. Henry Thomas Dyson, magna cum laude, University Honors. Dylan Zwankowski, cum laude. Landon Nicholas Earl, cum laude. Evan James Eggers. David Mattis Ekdahl, magna cum laude. Ainsley Ruth Elliott, summa cum laude, University Honors. Chloe Rose Ellis, summa cum laude. Elsa Emerson, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Enderly, summa cum laude. John Powers Endom, cum laude, University Honors. Andrew Lake Ennis. Pierce Javier Enright. Maddox Starr Epperson, cum laude. Marissa Ann Erickson. Ryan Elizabeth Ersick, cum laude. Reese James Espinoza. William Sumner Evans III, magna cum laude. Lawson Taylor Ewing, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Marketing. Parker Exaros. Faith Amber Ficini, cum laude. Nicole Vagella. Caden Jamison Falaci. Ridley Grace Fan, magna cum laude. Brooks Francis Farish. David Miller Farnsworth III, cum laude. Zainab Fatima, magna cum laude. Joshua Frederick Finn, summa cum laude, University Honors. Leighton Thomas Fielder, cum laude. Ryan Michael Fish, cum laude. William Nelson Fitzgerald. Jackson Perkins Fogelman, cum laude.
Forsyth?
William Hugh Forsyth. Colby Marcus Fox, magna cum laude. Michael Miller Franco, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Mackenzie Franks, summa cum laude. Kendall Jordan France, cum laude. Joshua Thomas Freeman, cum laude. Michael Allen Freeman, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Fresh, cum laude. Tyler Patrick Fries. Aaron Leilani Frisch, magna cum laude. William Price Furr II, magna cum laude. Jessica Gabay. Thomas Anthony Gallagher IV, cum laude. Noel Arturo Clift Gallegos. Daniela Martinez Garcia. Gabriella Faye Elizabeth Garner. Emmerich Whelan Garrett. Benjamin Paul Garza, cum laude. Danielle Garza. Luke Michael Gatewood, magna cum laude.
Galvin.
Anna E. Galvin. Ashley Gamotes, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors Marketing. Haley Catherine Gentry, magna cum laude. Matthew Joseph Giambaluca, cum laude. James Gibson, cum laude. Claire Marie Guile, magna cum laude. Ben Giles. John Patrick Gillespie, cum laude. Christopher Matthew Georgiou, summa cum laude. Jacob Michael Glassman, magna cum laude. Claire Nicole Gedeke, cum laude. Jackson Thomas Golden, magna cum laude. Amanda Lee Goldenberg, summa cum laude. Megan Jean Goldwater. Samuel Michael Gallenvo, magna cum laude, University Honors. Aiden Enrique Gonzalez, cum laude. Caleb Gonzalez. Thomas Beck Good. Rivers Alt Graham, magna cum laude, University Honors. Eric Verlander Gray Jr., cum laude.
Lauren Victoria Gray. Gavin Cole Gregory, summa cum laude. Chloe Ann Griffith, cum laude. Diego Hernandez Fendilan, magna cum laude, University Honors. Peter Murphy Groves. Monica Elizabeth Grubbs, cum laude, University Honors. Karina Parente Guadarrama, cum laude. John Wagner Gullett. Isabel Ann Gunderson, magna cum laude, University Honors. Joshua Cade Gunter, a double degree, BA in Spanish, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Kylie Gunther, cum laude. Fernanda Javier Gutierrez. Madeline Rose Katowski, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Guzman, magna cum laude. Rachel Faith Haas, magna cum laude. Charlotte Muriel Hackman, cum laude. Everett Allen Hadaway. Brittany Christine Hare, magna cum laude. Ryan Joseph Hallinan, magna cum laude. Matthew Garrett Hamill, summa cum laude. Haley Sky Hamlet. Jane Elizabeth Hampelman. Megan Jane Hanahan, cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Hanley, magna cum laude. Brett Scott Hart Jr., magna cum laude. Jackson Richard Harkness. Jordan Layla Harper. Gabrielle Raylyn Harper Odell, summa cum laude. Helen Catherine Harris. Sarah Ellen Harris, magna cum laude, University Honors. Kristen Turner Hartman, magna cum laude, University Honors. Samuel Warrington Harvey. Drake William Hassenstab, magna cum laude. Corey William Hatchell, cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Hay, summa cum laude. Emery William Hayden, magna cum laude. Jordan Taylor Hayes, cum laude. Jacob Edwin Healy, cum laude. Rowan Olivia Hellman, cum laude. Peter T. Helmsing. Dustin A. Henderson, cum laude. Luke Joseph Hendrickson, cum laude, University Honors. John Patrick Henry, magna cum laude. Callum Patrick Henson, cum laude. Alexis Rubeli Hernandez, cum laude. Angela Teresa Hernandez. Aurora Leticia Hernandez. Thomas Louis Herrera, magna cum laude. Henry Hershock, summa cum laude. Ashley Margaret Hoyer. Carmel Shanahan Hickey, magna cum laude, University Honors. Madison K. Hightower. Nathaniel Ross Hill, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Hirsch. Mai Tao Lin Huang, magna cum laude. George Peter Hodgson. Abigail Joan Hoffman, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Kylie Michelle Hoffman, cum laude. Andrew Jason Holden, summa cum laude, University Honors. Evan Michael Holguin. Mason Fitzgerald Holloman, cum laude. Clay Russell Holloman, cum laude. Lindsay Caroline Holloman, magna cum laude. Cole Robert Holthouse, magna cum laude. Carrington Alexa Honey, cum laude. Joshua Jordan Hoover. There you go. Brian Michael Hopp, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. A double degree, Bachelor of Science in Economics. Michael Scott Horak, cum laude. Caroline Walker Horan, cum laude. Virginia A. Horton. Evan Matthew Hadashell, summa cum laude. Cole Hunter Howard. Cooper Howard. Jessica Delight Huddleston. Ellie Ann Heisman, summa cum laude. Tyler McKenna Humphreys, magna cum laude. Ariana Capuale Hunt, magna cum laude. Julian Crawford Hurley, cum laude. Peyton Joseph Urselinger, summa cum laude, University Honors. Anthony Alexander Jacinto. Sydney Marie Jackson. Austin John Jacobo, cum laude. Straub, right? Jackson Straub Janney, cum laude. Nandini Javia. Jackson Harford Jenkins, cum laude. Amber Jensen, magna cum laude. West Edwin Jinks, summa cum laude, University Honors. Cameron Johnson, magna cum laude. Hunter Thomas Johnson. Liam James Johnston, cum laude. Jake Allen Jolstad, summa cum laude. Noah Edward Jones. Ty Christopher Jordan, magna cum laude. Emily Jane Jergens, cum laude. Kyla Ray Kashmerik, summa cum laude, University Honors. Sarah Marie Kane, summa cum laude, University Honors. Capusta. Nicholas Andrew Capusta. Jack Garrett Keating, cum laude. Morgan Keel. Whitney Lynn Kelly, cum laude. Luke Kelly, magna cum laude. Davis Kendrick. Michael David Kenyon, summa cum laude. Nathaniel Wyatt Kern, magna cum laude. Samak Dewan Khosla, magna cum laude. John Daniel Kiley, cum laude. Aiden Zachary King. Oliver William King. Justin Farhad Kumer. Avery Jane Kistner, magna cum laude. Ella Grace Clares, summa cum laude. Jack Thomas Koniman, cum laude. Olivia Collius. Matthew Elliott Colligan, cum laude. Grayson Robert Kuntz. Kate Lauren Capel. Jack Albert James Cormos, cum laude. Elizabeth Lynn Korth, cum laude. Simon Lawrence Kotok, cum laude. Mackenzie Aspen Kraft, cum laude. Jackson Christopher Crisco. Cooper Martin Crudwig, magna cum laude. Carly Elizabeth Laidlaw, magna cum laude. Kevin Daniel Lang, cum laude. Sadie Ann Langston, magna cum laude. Peter Sherman Langduran. Colin Robert Lance. Sarah Ann Francis Lape, magna cum laude. John Northlade Laughlin Jr., summa cum laude. Emma Olivia Lawson, cum laude. Hugh D. Lay. Han Fan Con Lay, magna cum laude. William Skillern Leake, cum laude. Tucker Scott Leandro, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth LeBlanc, magna cum laude. Emma Jo LeSueur. Austin Kate Lewis, magna cum laude, University Honors. Ava Camille Lyerly, cum laude. Daniel Porter Lichtel, magna cum laude, University Honors. Andrew Stephen Lindsay, magna cum laude. Kate Lynn Lipkowski. Olivia Anne Marie Lippert, cum laude. Jalen Michelle Lira, cum laude. Mia Galilea Lorca, magna cum laude, University Honors. Emily Marie Lucibello, summa cum laude. Charles Stanley Luke. Sophia Rose Lamaco. Skylar Lorraine Lundring, magna cum laude. Joseph Harrison Likes, cum laude. Lillian Catherine Lynch, cum laude. Harris Benjamin Lytle. Clay Grayson McDonald. Kevin Cameron McIntosh, cum laude. Reese Michael McRae, summa cum laude. Russell Zachary Medill, cum laude. John Mitchell Magner, cum laude. Let's do it again. John Mitchell Magner, cum laude. Siddhant Vijay Mishori, magna cum laude, University Honors. Nathan Cole Baker McDessie, cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Mangle. Audrey Ruth Manley, magna cum laude, University Honors. Maximus Menino. Madeline Mankiro, magna cum laude, University Honors. Morgan Joy Mantell. Charles William Marble, magna cum laude. Alyssa Jade Marcel, magna cum laude. Elena Marie Marks, magna cum laude. Morgan Carlton Marks. Thomas McGehee Mark Walters, Sr., cum laude. Christopher Michael Marriott, cum laude. Joshua David Martin. Nathan James Martin. Timothy Ambrose Martin, magna cum laude, University Honors. Ella James Masterson, magna cum laude. Melina Liliana Matar, magna cum laude. Jackson Tyler Matthias, magna cum laude. Hadley Elizabeth Maddox. Jacob Wayne Maynard. August Michael Mazza. Ethan John McAdams. Anna McCall, summa cum laude. Charles David McCollum, magna cum laude. Tristan Michael McFarland, cum laude. Catherine Rose McGrory, a double degree, Bachelor of Science Fashion Merchandising, magna cum laude. Jenna Catherine McKee. Zachary William McKnight, magna cum laude. Quinn Patrick McMahon. Margaret Elizabeth McManus, magna cum laude. Abigail Johnson McMonagle, magna cum laude, University Honors. Tyler Shelton McNamara, magna cum laude. Bartholomew William McNulty, cum laude. Sarah Ann McWilliams, summa cum laude. Malera. Jordan Anthony Malera. Haley Elizabeth Mellon, magna cum laude. Cassidy Ray Mincy, cum laude. Louise Deering Mercer, summa cum laude. Nathan John Meyer, cum laude. Olivia Claire Meyer, cum laude. Stephen Baines Midgley Jr., cum laude. Casey Alejandra Mieles. Anne Catherine Millen. Elijah Luke Miller, magna cum laude, University Honors. That's a good break. I'll have a drink with you. Right on. Matthew Thomas Miller, summa cum laude, University Honors. Timothy Rodney Miller, magna cum laude. Alexander James Miller Chip, cum laude. David Wesley Miette III. John Tyler Mills, cum laude. Presley Noel Mills, summa cum laude, University Honors. James Samuel Mitchell, magna cum laude. Madeline Ann Mitchell, magna cum laude. Nicholas Palmer Middlestad. Victoria Diane Mall, cum laude. Amelia Montez. Annie Turpin Mooney. Haiti Elizabeth Moore. Mason Thomas Moore, cum laude. Nathan Dean Moore, a double degree, Bachelor of Arts in Spanish, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Finance. Ruby Page Morgan, cum laude. Elizabeth Victoria Morris. Jacob Christian Morton, Jr. Matthew Jeffrey Moyer, cum laude. Maximilian Gustav Much, cum laude. Grady Dean Mulligan, cum laude. Salvador Ricardo Munoz Flores. Eric Joseph Munster Eiffel, Jr., cum laude. Gabriel Paul Murphy. Katie Jane Murphy, cum laude. Michael Barrington Murphy. Gavin Michael Murray, Jr., magna cum laude, University Honors. Braden Michelik. Catherine Grace Noctigal, magna cum laude. Irene Nassif Brune, magna cum laude. Molly Jean Nagel, cum laude. Colby Hampton Neal, summa cum laude, University Honors. Megan Neelan, summa cum laude, University Honors. Jackson Thomas Nethery. Zachary Newweiler. Madeline Abigail Newcomb, magna cum laude. Remington Elizabeth Newman, magna cum laude. Archer Stewart Newsom, cum laude. Wen Wang Bao Now, magna cum laude. Tai Min Now Wen, summa cum laude. William Nate Nickum. Jacob Neiman, cum laude. Parker Nolan, cum laude. Drew Tyler Nordquist, summa cum laude. Aubrey Northrup, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Nowicki, cum laude. Eleanor Grace Ogden, magna cum laude. Nicholas Allen O, magna cum laude. David Blake Oliver, cum laude. Raiden Thomas Olson, magna cum laude. Holly Christina Olson, magna cum laude. Erica Noreen O'Neill, magna cum laude. Krista Renee Opp, cum laude. Charles Norris Orndorff. Kenda Tete Osabukle. Shayna Alexis Sherman Osborne, cum laude. Carla Cardenas Paez.
Isabella Rose Jones Pagano, cum laude. Sheetij Rajesh Pandey, cum laude. Edward Matthew Parker. Amelia Rose Pasanisi. Cole Pathick, magna cum laude. Rachel Grace Patton, cum laude. Blake Matthew Pavlik, cum laude. Madison Perry Payne. Kate Ellis Peavy, cum laude. Kylie Kathleen Daly Pedersen, cum laude. John McMillan Peebles, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Jordan Alfred Shuma Pelobe, magna cum laude. Tanner Watson Penman, magna cum laude. Evan James Pennington, cum laude. David James Pinsky, cum laude. Erica Nicole Perales. Daniel Cale Permenter. Nolan Robert Amen Pernez, magna cum laude. Mason Charles Perosi. Brooke Nevra Perry, magna cum laude, University Honors. Ryan Gino Perucci. Samuel Joseph Pettipaw, cum laude. Elizabeth May Pfeiffer, cum laude. Min Pham, magna cum laude. Jackson Philbrook. Bowman Craig Phillips. Jack Thomas Phillips, magna cum laude. Grace Hartwell Finney, summa cum laude, University Honors. Cole James Piazza, cum laude. Vincenzo Piazza. Henry Workman Pitcock, magna cum laude, University Honors. Cameron Jade Pitts, cum laude. Dylan Philip Podwell. Austin James Poor. Brian Keith Poitevent Jr. Reese Brian Pokluda, magna cum laude. Logan Carl Polanchek. Mark Thomas Polanzani, magna cum laude. Cameron Pollard, magna cum laude. Claire Kendall Ponder, summa cum laude, University Honors. Brian William Pope. Jennifer Alejandra Portals. Abigail Pothier, magna cum laude, University Honors. Shane Nicholas Powers. Lucille Virginia Priest, magna cum laude. Jordan Ashley Pugh, magna cum laude. Cameron Michaela Reagan. Sabrina Ramirez Robinson, cum laude. Grace Williamson Rankin. Gianna Rosico, summa cum laude, University Honors. Bailey Elizabeth Ratcliffe, summa cum laude, University Honors. Luke Alexander Ratterman, cum laude, University Honors. Ian Riley, double degree, Bachelor Combined Science. Kenneth Ryan Reynoso. Ray Lynn Resendez, magna cum laude, University Honors. Reagan Mackenzie Retz, cum laude. Mario Ignacio Encio Reyes. Whitney Kate Ricciardi, summa cum laude, University Honors. Kevin Mark Richards, magna cum laude. Natalie Elizabeth Ridge, double degree, Bachelor Criminology and Criminal Justice, summa cum laude. Canon Cole Riley. Ileana Gabriela Rivera, cum laude. Gabrielle Leah Robbins, summa cum laude. Dylan John Roberts. Hope Mackenzie Robinette, magna cum laude. Catalina Arias Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Matthew Ryan Rodriguez. Ashton Rose Ross, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Elizabeth Ross. Brooke Nicole Rowland, cum laude. Nicholas Ruiz, magna cum laude. Cade William Ricecamp, magna cum laude. Forrest Satoff. Mariel Valdez Salazar. Andrew Robert Salbego, cum laude. Louis Joseph Salfi, summa cum laude. Jake Vincent Salvaggio. Matthew Joseph Salvaggio, cum laude. Ella Jewel Samples, magna cum laude. Emily Shakira Sanchez. Catherine Suzanne Sandwich, magna cum laude, University Honors. Mariana Elena Sansone. Nayeli Santa Maria, cum laude. Assad Mohammed Saran, magna cum laude. Ava Catherine Sattel, magna cum laude. Christopher George Saul, cum laude, University Honors. Thomas Henry Schaefer, cum laude. Michael Theodore Shanslin. Johnny Schiefert, cum laude. Braden Richard Skimmel, cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Hunter Reese Schimmelfennig, cum laude. Morgan Faye Schmidt, cum laude. Gavin Mitchell Schmidt, summa cum laude. Callista Michelle Schneider, cum laude. Isabel Hall Schneider. Carter Charles Schubert. Harrison Robert Scott, cum laude. Isabella Sarah Seaman, summa cum laude. Kai Jordan Seagraves, cum laude. Riley Walker Self, cum laude. William Reese Sellers, summa cum laude. Landon Patrick Sells. Karen Marie Sini, magna cum laude. Jun Ha Sa, magna cum laude, University Honors. Sydney Olivia Sermon, summa cum laude. Cale Thomas Sethna. Addison B. Sewell. Christian William Shadle. Ellen Jane Schaefer, cum laude. Spencer Clay Sharp, summa cum laude. Sydney Colleen Shares, magna cum laude. Cicely Shaw, magna cum laude. Allie Elizabeth Shelton, cum laude. Alessandra Nicoletta Shine, magna cum laude. Olivia Ship. Sarah Lofton Shirey, cum laude. Malia June Shively, cum laude. Gavin William Showalter. Charlie Page Simpson, cum laude. Conrad Douglas Simpson. Logan Lane Simpson. William Matthew Siners. Asha Noel Singh. Haley Elizabeth Singleton, summa cum laude. Savannah Bell Sermon, magna cum laude. Rhiannon Grace Colette Seitz, cum laude. Mary Margaret Skipworth. Asher Toland Skarlov, magna cum laude. Kendall Rose Sloniker, summa cum laude. Gibson Witherspoon Smith Jr., magna cum laude. Ivan Sutton Smith, summa cum laude. James R. Smith. Laurel Renee Smith, magna cum laude. Macy Kathleen Smith, magna cum laude, University Honors. Mary Alice Garnett Smith, cum laude. Savannah Smith. Colton Spear, cum laude. Brooke Alexandra Spence, magna cum laude. Lily Marie Spencer, magna cum laude. Ryan Todd Spickard, summa cum laude, University Honors. Abigail Elizabeth Spruill, summa cum laude. Benjamin David Stafford, cum laude. Sean Richard Still, magna cum laude. Jack Stein, cum laude. Shannon Stifler, cum laude. Ian Charles Stiniford, summa cum laude, University Honors, double degree, Bachelor of Science Philosophy. Benjamin K. Stoutenberg, cum laude. Lauren Cook Stovsand. Keller Reese Strauss, cum laude. Sam Strauss, cum laude. Irene Sarah Stromechny, summa cum laude. Ashton Miles Sturman. Henry James Suarez, cum laude. Devanshi Sutaria, summa cum laude. Luke David Wilfred Swan, cum laude, Departmental Honors, Marketing. And he just won a big tennis match, by the way, Chancellor. Luke just won a big tennis match a minute ago. Okay. Andrew Ryan Swager. Ryan Charles Sweeney, cum laude. Juliana Jenkins Schweigert, magna cum laude. Annie Elizabeth Titano, magna cum laude. Jillian Taylor. Mara Faye Tier, magna cum laude. Charlotte Marlene Teets, magna cum laude. Noah Tennant. Emily Jolene Thompson. Georgia Lucille Thompson, summa cum laude, University Honors. Zane Thormodsgaard, summa cum laude. Alexander David Thorne, magna cum laude, University Honors. Lillian Margot Thorne, cum laude. Jillian Faith Tibbles, summa cum laude. George Wade Tiller, cum laude. Huang Ming Nak To, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Ni Bao To, magna cum laude. Jamie Lewis Tobin. Austin Lane Todd, cum laude. James Lawrence Todd, summa cum laude. Catherine Olivia Tokar, summa cum laude. Avery J. Tollefson. Marcela Torbiarte, magna cum laude. Jader Josue Lopez Torres. Abigail Torres. Nicholas Peter Traficante, magna cum laude. Christine Tran, summa cum laude. Wynn Tran. Zoe Tran, cum laude. Elizabeth Mary Trask, magna cum laude. Jackson Aiden Trevino. Delia Tully Troy, double degree, Bachelor of Science, Political Science. Ellie Catherine Tousley, cum laude. Michael Robert Terrell, magna cum laude. Robert Lawrence Valachinas II, cum laude. Christopher Valderrama Lares, cum laude. Anthony Michael Valentine, cum laude. Diego Hernandez Van Dielen, magna cum laude, University Honors. Genevieve Van Steenberg, cum laude. Thomas Wesley Vanderslice Jr., cum laude. Sydney Francis Vanderwater. Morgan Bella Vanelli, magna cum laude. Ty Van Steenberg. Ava Noel Vaught, cum laude. Matthew Xavier Vega. Valeria Rodriguez Velasquez. Victoria Serafina Velasquez. Rachel Elisa Vera, magna cum laude. Kira Alexandra Villamar, magna cum laude, University Honors. David Anthony Villarreal, summa cum laude. Emma Grace Villarreal, magna cum laude. Valeria Sena Villarreal, double degree, Spanish. Stephen Everett Vertel, magna cum laude. Dayton Lee Visser, magna cum laude. Natalia Lindy Von Gierka, magna cum laude, University Honors. Caitlin Tram Vong. Cam Ni Vu, magna cum laude. L. Elizabeth Villeman, magna cum laude. Allison Wagner, cum laude. Sarah Wagner, cum laude. Craig Wagispak, magna cum laude. Mia Elise Walden, cum laude. Brooke Christine Walker, magna cum laude. Ia Christian Walker. Isabella Rose Walton, summa cum laude. Avery Rachel Wanzinereed. Charles Clark Ward, cum laude. Mary Eileen Ward, magna cum laude. Owen Wardy, magna cum laude. Clyde Warren. Zachary Tyler Webb. Jessica Marie Weber, magna cum laude. Vicki Lee Weiss. Mason Gregory Wells, cum laude. Christopher John Wesselow Jr., summa cum laude. Bruce Renard West III. Anaya Nichelle White, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Business Information Systems. Kelly Marie White, magna cum laude, University Honors. Liam Patrick Whitley. Sophie Louise Whitson, cum laude. Anna C. Whitty. David Weedman. Cole Matthew Weissman, double degree mathematics, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors, Finance. Bruce Ogletree Wilbanks Jr., cum laude. James Chelsea Williams V. Forrest O'Brien Williams, magna cum laude. Kate Elizabeth Williams, magna cum laude, University Honors. Ivana Williamson, cum laude, University Honors. Justin Thomas Williamson, cum laude. Andrew Colley Wilson. Caroline Augusta Wilson, magna cum laude. Logan John Wilson, cum laude. Nolan Wire, magna cum laude. Gibson Ronald Woke, magna cum laude. Kayla Nicolette Womack, cum laude. Dylan Allen Wu. Riley Grace Woodard, cum laude. William Jackson Woodard, cum laude. Elena Robinson Wright. Stuart Joseph Yantis. Brandy Quezada Zuniga. Destiny Denise Zuniga, cum laude. Sydney Zweber, cum laude. This concludes degrees from the Neely School of Business.
Okay, graduates, if you'll please rise for one of the last traditions we have. This is a tradition that's about 300 years old. It was started at Harvard sometime after 1636. We don't really know why or it started, but basically now, to indicate you are a college graduate, you move your tassel from your right to your left side of your cap. Please be seated. What I always thought was the most ironic about that particular tradition is this is the only time you'll ever wear that hat, so it doesn't matter. Okay, please be seated to hear the remarks from our next Chancellor, Daniel W. Pullen.
Congratulations, graduates. You've just been awarded your degree from Texas Christian University. For some of you, you've overcome a great deal just to be here. And I know that the struggles and the complications of life are very real. For many of you, you are seeking the inspiration to follow your dreams and take your talents into all new territory, to quite literally create something that's new. Either way, TCU has given you the life skills, the education, and the knowledge that you need to go to the next level, regardless of what your next step might be. You earned this diploma, and what you've learned is much more than a piece of parchment can ever capture. Today, you have the critical thinking skills to begin your career, or in some cases, continue your studies. You're now equipped to handle the curveballs that inevitably come to life and seize the opportunities that will narrowly find their way to you. And what you have today is to make a difference. You have the stuff to make it that way, right here in Fort Worth or anywhere across the global community. Today, your future looks bright, and it will continue to shine in the days and the years to come. Above all else, we're proud of you, TCU class of 2025. My advice is simple. Dream big, be bold, and lead on. And know that your Horned Frog family will always be here. We will always be cheering you on. And we can't wait to see what you are going to do, the impact you're going to make, the lives you're going to change for the better. Of course, this spring's commencement ceremony is particularly special. As many of you may know, Chancellor Boschini will soon be transitioning into a new role of Chancellor Emeritus. He will still be on campus. He'll continue to advance TCU's mission through teaching, serving as Chief Enrollment Officer, friend-raising, fundraising. And earlier today, a special gift in recognition of Chancellor Boschini's 22 years of transformational impact was presented by the Student Government Association's president, Dominic Mendick. So please join me in applauding Texas Christian University's Chancellor, Dr. Victor J. Boschini, for his tremendous contributions. Now, please welcome Mr. Joe Brown, President of the National Alumni Association, who will share greetings on behalf of the over 101,000 living TCU alumni. Joe Brown.
Go, Joe.
Well, I'm the last person standing between you guys and happy hour, and judging by the empty fireball that one of y'all dropped on stage, I think we're ready for happy hour. Thank you, President Pullen, and I echo the remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Thank you, Chancellor Boschini, for 22 great years. To our class of 2025 graduates, you indeed have been a special part of TCU. We are so incredibly proud of what you've accomplished. And as Chancellor Boschini said, you may not be the best and brightest class that's ever entered TCU, but you are the best and brightest that's ever exited TCU. So congrats on that. My name is Joe Brown, and I am a 2008 and 2024 graduate of Texas Christian University. On behalf of the TCU Alumni Association and over 101,000 alums worldwide, let me officially welcome you. You all have had one heck of a college run. It started in a very unique way, and then included some fun trips to Omaha, college football playoff, March Madness, and probably on a smaller scale, some of you enjoyed a few mixers, happy hours, and networking events. I've got some great news for you. As an alum, you get to enjoy all of these same events, but you don't have to cram for finals or finish homework on Sunday nights. Everyone graduating today is entering a new stage in life. Things are going to change. Friends are going to move to different cities. You may be moving to a different city yourself. And everyone is going to be looking for a new place they belong. Getting involved with the TCU Alumni Association and our 31 chapters and clubs around the world is a great way to have an immediate connection with a new group of friends. You may be looking for a group to watch football with, you may need a new roommate, or you may be looking for a new romance. When I joined the Fort Worth Young Alumni Board over 12 years ago, I ended up helping start a TCU alumni kickball team. We recruited 14 other alums to join the team, all of us entering this new stage in life looking for a friend group. We played kickball together for 4 years, and as it turns out, I ended up meeting my wife on this team. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Actually, 3 couples, including myself, ended up getting married, and we now have 5 kids between us. So no promises you're gonna find true love by getting involved in an alumni chapter, but it certainly won't hurt your chances. The Chancellor gave $1.50 back to TCU on behalf of every student graduating today. So not only are you graduates, but you are now officially TCU donors. To me, that helps show that no matter the dollar amount, continuing to give back to TCU will allow for future students to have the same incredible experience that you all were able to have over the last 4 to 5 years. Welcome to the Horned Frog family. On behalf of alums across the country, we cannot wait to get to meet you. Wear purple on Fridays, hang a TCU flag in your office, put an alumni sticker on your car, and wear your TCU with pride. We are a special group, and you are a Horned Frog for life. Go Frogs.
Thank you, Joe. But what Joe doesn't know, and I feel bad for him, but Joe was a total nerd when he was a student. He was kind of a lonely loser kind of kid. But he was also on the football team, so he thought he was cool, but he didn't get that he wasn't. And so what he doesn't know is that I paid his wife, Katie, who wasn't his wife then, $20 to join that kickball team. Not to be his wife, but just so he'd have one friend on the whole team. And look how great that worked out. So this concludes the formal presentation of our degrees. Reverend Bowling, now would you please lead us in the benediction? This will be followed by Dr. Rodriguez leading us in the singing of the TCU Alma Mater. The platform party and faculty and graduates will then recess, led by the marshals, and we encourage you all to go outside and enjoy the celebration. So congratulations, graduates.
As we conclude our time together today, I invite you to receive these familiar words of blessing as we pray together. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall softly upon your fields. And until we meet again, Horned Frogs, may God hold you in the palm of God's hand. Amen. At this time, I invite you to stand as you are able as we sing together the TCU Alma Mater.
Comrades true,
about excellence. How do you think that's exemplified at Texas Christian University?
Yeah, I think excellence is definitely like an example of this is in the academic side, in the terms of people are really willing to take challenging classes that move them as a person and move them as a student and make them a better student. So putting everything into the classroom and taking as much out of it as you can is my example of excellence at TCU.
Well, I think the pursuit of excellence is something that a lot of the TCU students embody. I think a lot of students here are trying to be their best selves, and through that also pushing each other to be better.
So constantly doing your best in the classroom, doing your best making friends in your relationships, and doing your best spiritually.
Excellence comes from hard work, comes from discipline, it comes from doing the right thing every day, and surrounding yourself with individuals that want the same thing and want to chase the dreams that you love and you're interested in.
You heard it here from our students as we walked around campus about the values that represent Texas Christian University. I hope you enjoyed it, because I really did. And one thing I noted is the one value everyone can quote is community. And I think that says a lot about TCU. I hope you do too. Go Frogs.
Can you feel it? There's a rushing wind at our back, and we're rushing in. Don't even know where we'll land. Can you hear it? There's a steady sound getting louder as our feet touch down. Follow the night until it's ringing out loud. 'Cause we found something to hold on to now. So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time. Enjoy the ride. Can you see it? There's a distant shore getting closer. We want nothing more than to dance in the waves like we've never danced before. 'Cause we found something to hold on to now. So we hold on and enjoy the ride. After all the ups and downs, this is our time. Yeah, we hold on through this wild ride. I know we'll make it count. This is our time. Enjoy the Can you feel it? The rushing wind. Can you feel it? Can you hear it? The steady sound. Can you hear it? Can you see it? The distant shore. Can you see it? I can see it. We found something to hold on to now. Life is good, life is great. Yeah, we're gonna celebrate. Blow a kiss to the sun. Yeah, we're just having fun. We can move with the breeze, do whatever we please. Everything's as it should be. Life is good. When it's going your way, gotta roll with it. Like we're at a buffet full of good feelings, and it's all looking lovely. Somebody pass me the bubbly. Feet in the clouds and we're just kicking. Glass in our hands and we're just sipping. And it's about that time, thinking we arrived. So let's let go of necessary. Forget about the ordinary. Yeah, we don't need all that. We could just lay back, let the moment last. Life is good. birds sing out, the merry-go-rounds boom, yeah. The kind of feeling that you won't get back. So find a way to make the moment last. Let's have a taste of everything. It's all right here, just beckon in. Put it on your plate, it's amazing. We can have it all, yeah. Yeah, we can have it all. Life is good.
There's a university where you can experience everything, from the stockyards to the stock exchange, from the Lone Star State to the global stage, where some of the happiest students in the nation embrace tradition, engage with excellence, and elevate the future. Only here. Share a class with 25, a stadium with 50,000, and a mascot with none. Where discovery meets community, integrity meets innovation, and Horned Frogs lead on for life. Only here, TCU.
I'm Daniel Pullen, and I have the opportunity to serve as TCU's president. One of the first things I did when exploring the opportunity to join TCU was to take the official prospective student campus tour. I wanted to not only learn more about the campus by seeing our amazing buildings and grounds, but I really wanted to listen to the impressions of the university through the student voice. And both through the student tour guides as well as some of the other prospective students, I could see that there was a tremendous amount of aspiration and ambition in our students. It was really a great opportunity for me to join TCU, initially as the John V. Roach Dean of our Neely School of Business. Certainly the strength of their scholarship and their research productivity, the type of research that can shape the global practice of business. But I also came to appreciate their commitment to the classroom and really living out TCU's teacher-scholar model. And because TCU is, we've done a really good job of managing our class sizes, our faculty have the experience at any university in the country, understanding how the landscaping department works and why we all get to share in the beauty of our built environment, volunteering in our laboratory schools and understanding the brightness that we bring to so many children in Star Point and Kinder Frogs and on and on and on. It's just been a great way to start, a great way to learn and be a student all over again, and then a great way to understand how might I be additive to propel the breadth of the organization. I have so many wonderful memories of TCU over the last 5 years. First of all, it's hard not to just be overwhelmingly thrilled by that run to the national championship game with the football team last year and, winning the Fiesta Bowl and really putting the rest of the world on notice that, this is a university and an athletic program of substance that takes a backseat to no one. On the academic side, I love the way we kicked off our sesquicentennial by ringing the closing bell of the New York Stock Exchange. I'll always remember, the groundbreaking of our Burnett School of Medicine's facility in the medical district and the topping off moment. I think about the care and the support that everyone on this campus and many beyond this campus poured into allowing TCU to make it through the pandemic. We made every decision based upon what is best for our students from a safety perspective and from an ultimate success perspective. That's an uncommon culture to be able to navigate that as successfully as we did, even in a time of uncertainty and adversity. I think it says a lot about who we are and as we look ahead, who we're going to be. If you think about the founding of our university, we were one of the very first universities to proclaim and keep as a core value the opportunity to educate both women and men at the same time. That was not a common model. It was a very early instance of innovation. And then fast forward all the way to today, how we're innovating in our laboratories, how we're innovating in our performance halls, how our students are being encouraged to operate with an entrepreneurial mindset because the world changes dramatically, just as TCU has. So that common thread of innovation has been such an important component to our ability to grow in both size and stature, to broaden the impact we make in the world. And then I think it really positions us very, very well for the next 150 years of our history. I think it's hard to overstate the importance of this moment. What other time do you get to both honor and learn from your past, celebrate your present accomplishments and the moment that you've built, as well as dream about the future and where we might go from here?